and I'm here to play bridge. So, what we have in store this evening is the Hart House Club game, moved to Bridge Base Online due to quarantine worldwide. And I'm playing with Alid, and we are going to play our normal game. We'll be using the same bidding systems we always use. And the only difference is we'll be playing online, and I'll be providing running commentary for my decision making process as I go through every action that I take. So, just a quick bit of background. I've been playing bridge since the 90s, and I've been playing bridge with Alid since 2005. And we've played together and separately on various Canadian youth and junior teams. We play a strong club system. There's some complications around that, but we'll alert anything if it comes up. We play a variable no trump system. So that means that sometimes no trump is strong and sometimes no trump is weak, and we have different responses because we like to bid aggressively, both opening and in competition, because we like to put pressure on the opponents, make them make the tough choices. Um, our defense is the focus of most of what we do, though. We try to make sure that our carding is honest and detailed so that we're providing full information to our partner. And that's going to be most of what I talk about, my decision making on defense. And this is true for Alid as well as for me. We're both generally good natured players. We try not to criticize our partner, each other. And when our opponents do well, we congratulate them. And when they make a mistake, we try to be empathetic. We don't tell them that they played it perfectly, but we say, we understand why you did what you did, because ultimately we do. So that sounds like a good idea. Let's see. How do I do that? Uh, Possibly true. So I suppose that there are no opponents for this first round. Uh, that means that I just get to look at my cards and the enjoy the hand. Obviously, Alad's opening the bidding, and I have a monster. Uh, we play two clubs here, game forcing. That would be my response. If Alad were to bid two spades over two clubs, that would show six spades. Given that East is a sit out, I don't expect that the bidding will ever come around to me. So I'm sad to say that we're going to miss out on this one. We probably would have had the tools to find something like a minor suit slam or even something like a 4-3 heart fit game because we once we've established a game force, we tend to shape out very quickly, find our fit, and then cube it our controls. Oh, well, it looks like we do have somebody who's sat down in the seat, so I do have a chance to make my bid. But as long as no West shows up, well, what can we do? Alid's 2 no trump response over two clubs will show a balanced hand with five spades. Um, in that case, I would need to decide whether I would want to play it in clubs or in no trump. I would probably choose to play the hand in no trump because this is a match points game. At match points, you get a lot of points for taking over tricks, and you get more points for over tricks in a no trump contract uh, than you do in a minor suit contract, and it's easier to bid and make your games in 3 no trump. So the most likely response by Allen is probably going to be two spades. Given that I have zero spades, he's likely to have at least six. If he bids and we finally have a West in place, I expect West to pass. Alid will probably bid two spades, over which I'm going to try three diamonds, which I think shows both my shape and implies certain things about my strength. Now I have 18 high card points. Alid and I play precision, meaning his one spade opening bid is limited to 15 points. but there are hands that he can have where slam is a certainty, and hands he can have if say he has 10 points with his values concentrated in spades, where even 3 no trump might be a bit of a struggle. So I'm going to bid 3 diamonds here, and I hope he understands that this bid is natural and shows my shape. I expect something like a 3 spade response here. 3 hearts is interesting. Given that he's bidding the 4th suit, usually we play the 4th suit here as some kind of Western cubit, asking for a stopper for 3 no trump. So with his values concentrated in spades, and him not choosing to go on in clubs, I'm going to go 3 no trump here. It's possible we do miss a slam, maybe a 6-2 club fit, but I'm not overly concerned about that. I expect something like a heart lead into me, and I have the hearts well and good stopped. He probably has wasted values in spades for 3 no trump, but that's inevitable in any contract. So we'll see if I grossly underbid the hand or if we stopped on a dime. The ace of clubs is the lead. Allet has a very interesting hand here. So his heart bid was natural, but also sort of stopper asking. The ace of clubs lead will simplify the hand a lot. I'll have 2 tricks in spades, 2 tricks in diamonds, 3 tricks in hearts, and 2 tricks in clubs. And that's 9 tricks if I've counted correctly. The quest is for more. So where am I going to find more tricks on the hand? Probably not the spade suit. I would need a few things to go well in spades for me to set up the spades. So what I'm going to do here is just play a low club. And there are chances for extra tricks in each of the 4 suits. Clubs, if I can find a favorable split, and maybe the jack and 10 dropping. Hearts, if they're 3-3. Diamonds, if there's some cards on side or a 3-3 split. Spades, if the queen of spades falls. I expect a heart switch here, or possibly a club continuation. If I get a club back, I will probably keep playing on clubs, throwing spades from dummy, because it'll put my 9 of clubs in a good place if I get the jack or the 10 out of East. If West had club length, West would have let a low club from at least 4. So I expect East actually is the one with longer clubs. West might have relatively long spades, perhaps, and that could be a reason why West didn't choose to lead their longest suit. So here we get the 8 of clubs. I think West started with 3 clubs, ace, 8, and then a little one. Here I'll pitch a spade from dummy. I expect to see the 10. I was totally wrong. West led the ace from ace, jack, 10, 8 small. So here I'm going to win cheaply. This got me an extra trick here. The card that was discarded by East is a heart. I want to see if East has heart length before I make any more choices on this hand. So it looks like we're going to have 4 heart tricks, at least 3 club tricks, at least 2 spade tricks, and at least 2 diamond tricks. So that's 11 tricks. The quest is for a 12th. So where's that going to come from? I think that given that West is guarding clubs, I might not be able to squeeze West in clubs. I think I don't have the entries necessary to pull that off. So what I'm going to do is maybe I can get a squeeze in diamonds and spades on East. I think East has the queen of spades now. So it's important for me to put pressure on East if East has both diamonds and spades guarded. And there's a queen of spades. So it looks like I'm going to take 12 tricks here. 12 tricks should be a good chunk of match points. Um, I don't know if 6 no trump is really there, but I'm happy to be in 3 no trump making 6 on this deal, especially at match points. So there, I don't understand the ace of clubs lead with that hand. It seems very strange, but you take what you get. Here I have a clear-cut pass. I'm probably going to be playing defense on this hand. Now, we tend to be aggressive opposite a passed hand, even though we're red on white. So this tells me that Alid doesn't have an overcall, and given that he's very aggressive, and I really can't bid here with 4 points, of course, uh, our opponents are likely holding game values. So what I have to hope is that they underbid their hands, and that happens, right? Um, Playing against club players, playing against people on BBO, they're not always going to do the right thing, and sometimes the best action is just letting people make mistakes. So it seems that somebody is underbidding here. I don't know who it is. Um, on this hand, I don't see a need uh, to play active defense. So what I'm going to do is lead a trump. So West opened a little bit light. Obviously, a flat 11 count, third seat white is normal, and then pass opposite one heart is also normal. Um, I really don't know what kind of hand Alad could have for his pass here if East really also has a hand that is too weak to open the bidding. So here, I'm going to play a count card here. We play upside down count and attitude, so I'm playing the 10 to show an odd number. I could have played the 4, and that might have been a valuable card. Here, obviously my trump lead didn't cut down on roughing value, but Alad's got some really good, he's got some really good hearts here. So playing the trump actually let us keep control. We play odd even first discard here. So the queen of spades lead there. I'm encouraging by playing low upside down count and attitude. So here, I need to decide if Alad had a singleton jack, queen jack, or if Alad had queen jack doubleton, I need to play the king and keep playing spades. If Alad had a stiff spade, I need to play low here so as to not block the suit. So what could be going on here? I think that Alad probably had queen jack doubleton. I'm going to play the king and continue the suit. If Alad had a singleton spade, I think that probably we would have seen some more bidding from Alad. Here, I'll just keep winning my spades. This contract is definitely down. I'm concerned that we might have missed a nice part score, but I am wrong. It looks like they have the rest of the tricks. No, they don't. I'm forcing declarer to trump here, and that will score a trick for my partner's 7 of hearts. So this contract should be down 1. Alad will definitely discard here. It'll get trumped, and now Alad is guaranteed to win the 7 of hearts. But here, because a club was played, Alad will actually defeat the contract 2 tricks. So this contract has been misplayed a little bit, I would say, unfortunately. So Alad had one of those curious hands where you really want to take action, but you're forced to pass. He didn't want to overcall on a 4 card suit, red on white, and it ended up letting us defend a contract that we managed to get down a couple tricks. So I'm happy with the result. It looks like we probably could have made a part score like 2 spades, but hopefully this will be a sufficient result. I expect that you'll see a lot of people in one no trump by north on this hand. One no trump by north looks like it has play. The defense does best to hold up on spades and then prevent dummy from entering with clubs. So I think that one no trump is down against best defense, but some people will let it get through. Here, I can look at the results at other tables. Um, you might not be able to see this given the notes that I've placed on the top right, but here are the other results. One no trump making in some cases, one no trump down, east bidding and making hearts, but also down at our table. This was a good board for us because I think that the hand was a little bit misplayed by Declarer, but I'm still, it's not an unreasonable contract. And I'm glad that we defended the way we did. The heart lead ended up being quite fruitful, I think. And then the first one, um, the first hand was also pretty fruitful in that we took as many tricks as we could in the game. Obviously, we weren't doubled, so we didn't get all the match points, but still quite a good result. Much better than the people who went down in slam or went down in the 4-3 game. So this was a good round. Yeah, so the key decision there was winning my king of spades to make sure that I stayed on lead and not assuming partner had a singleton queen of spades. If he had a singleton, he might have shifted to it earlier, and if he also would have likely had some kind of bid available. So I was very happy to make that choice, and that time I managed to get it right. All right, so we're on to the next round. Um, I have a good hand here, but it's only 15 points. If I was more of an upgrading man, I'd upgrade this to a strong club. But for now, I'm just going to open my Nebulous Precision 1 diamond, which is 2 plus diamonds and 10 to 15 points. I hope partner responds 1 heart because I've got some interesting responses. Oh, I just bid 2 diamonds by accident. Let's see. So partner's bidding 2 spades. It's a sign off. Um, I misclicked, and so I need to get my way out of this. So I am just going to say 3 no trump. Stupid autocorrect. So that was a bit of a yikes. Hopefully Alad realizes what happened and passes, but I don't know what he's planning on doing. 2 spades there is to play. It's non-forcing. He could have 0 points for his 2 spades bid. The good news is that because I have a good 15, we're likely to actually have some play in 3 no trump if he has even a little bit of values. And His two spade response hopefully will discourage a spade lead against 3 no trump. The question is, what is Alad going to do? Because obviously, 3 no trump is non systematic. This is a bid that is impossible. Hopefully, he will realize that I missed bit. So, fortunately, he passed. Uh, and maybe I'll get something useful like a club lead that might set up a trick or two. Uh, I I am looking forward to squirming my way out of this one. So Alad has a perfect hand for me. He's got 7 points, 5 spades. We got a heart lead. This contract has play, and I'm happy to play it. So how many tricks do I have? 2 hearts, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds off the top. If I get 3 diamond tricks, that's 9. I'm making my game. Other chances include a club finesse, a long heart, or knocking out the 10 of hearts. I don't want them to play spades. So I want to win this immediately and then focus on the diamonds. The best percentage line on the diamonds, I think, is probably uh, crossing. Well, if I do the diamonds from dummy after taking a finesse, I'm slightly worried that I won't be able to try the club finesse later. So if I only take 4 diamond tricks, though, I will need that club finesse. So this is a tricky one. I think that it might be best to play the 8 of hearts, maybe to the 9, and then get a helpful shift from West. I don't expect West to play spades here because West doesn't know how badly I screwed this one up. So I'll play the 6 here. The 10 falls as I expected. Uh, Anything but a spade will make me smile. Even a spade wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. They'd need to play specific cards in a specific order in order to really punish me in the spade suit. So let's recount. I have 3 tricks in hearts, 2 in clubs, 2 guaranteed in diamonds. That's 7. I only need 2 more tricks in diamonds. So here I'm going to play low, and hopefully a high spade will come out of east. Thinking I have the jack. Interesting, a very low spade from east. I'm winning that with my 8. I only need 1 more diamond trick. So let's see how I'm going to go about this. I think the best thing is clearly play the ace of diamonds, hope that the queen falls singleton. If it doesn't, I'll figure something out. I'm hoping to see that queen of diamonds. There we go. I'm hoping for a nice diamond break. So at this point, I'm going to run my diamonds and hope that the queen of clubs is going to fall on my king. Now I do have the option of crossing to the 9 of hearts and then taking a club finesse. So this is very interesting here. Um, I'm still missing the ace, king, and jack of spades. Maybe this will clarify the position. I just have to play king here. I'm not going to risk it. And I haven't revealed my spade singleton at this point, so this might win. It does not, unfortunately. So we weren't punished for my misbid. I had to get a little bit lucky in a few ways on that hand, and I did. Bridge karma will get me back. I guarantee you that. So if this gets around to me in fourth seat, I'm passing. It doesn't. I'm going to overcall my good diamond suit here. The reason I would have passed in fourth seed is not because my hand is good, but because we open almost all 11s. And if he didn't have 11 points and I only have three spades, then our opponents likely have a spade fit that'll go over what I have. So here, this is some kind of, I have four hearts double, something like that. Um, I don't want to defend two clubs. I think I can get away with rebidding my diamonds here with my suit quality. It's a little bit cheeky, but I think that it gives us the chance of forcing them to the three level. Interesting. So we got two hearts from West. East is supposed to take preference in the majors. Um, looks like spades is the preference. So this is a very interesting hand. Alad is on lead. This is the kind of deal where Alad's very likely to lead a spade, which could cost me a spade trick. Uh, those hands where one hand takes preference to a choice of two suits, often those are hands where the dummy has roughing value and you want to cut down on that right away. So Alad could lead a spade here. On the other hand, I bid diamonds twice. So that should hopefully make the spade lead less likely because my hand doesn't really want a spade because it could cost a trick. So let's see what we have. The king of diamonds is exactly what the doctor ordered. So I need to decide if it's a singleton or not. I don't care if it's a singleton because I have the ace of clubs. So here on the king of diamonds, we play middle cards as encouraging. So I'm going to put the eight of diamonds on here, which is a middle card. Alad probably has a doubleton, given that he's leading the king. If that was a singleton, we're still probably okay because he would have, what, two spades, four hearts, six clubs. It's very unlikely that that's a singleton diamond. So I'm playing the eight of diamonds to hopefully encourage him to continue the suit. If he has a doubleton, that's three diamond tricks. If he has a tripleton, he'd be unlikely to lead the king, but it's still at least two tricks. So that's the six, which I think is the middle outstanding spot. So I'm going to play the 10 of diamonds, which maybe will encourage him to think that I have the ace of clubs. And of course, the ace of diamonds is a mandatory card here. So this discard from Alad is odd even. An odd card encourages, an even discourages, but I don't expect him to have points at this point. Dummy has 11, I have 11. West probably has 13, 14, meaning Alad is out of points after his king of diamonds. That's discouraging. Clubs doesn't matter to me. What I need to do is decide how I want to encourage Declarer to play on spades. Because if Declarer finesses the jack of spades, I could be in trouble. I'm not going to lose my ace of clubs. That's not going away. The question is, do I try some kind of funny uppercut? So what I think I'm going to do is cash my, no. If I go jack of diamonds and it gets trumped and dummy, it goes king, finesse. Okay. If Declarer has one club, then I need to win my ace at some point here and then not play a diamond first. I think I'll do best to shift to a six of hearts, which is an attitude card. It says, partner, I don't actually have the king of hearts or the ace of hearts here. And if partner just so happens to have the king of hearts, that's good for me. The two of hearts would be encouraging. So he managed to show up with the king of hearts, and that's kind of remarkable given that Declarer is bidding so much. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. I think this will probably be down a couple at this point. Maybe Alad's out of spades. No. Here, suit preference. I have the ace of clubs. I'll start with the 8. Also, the 10 could be valuable. So I'm going to put the 10 on here. I expect West to finesse with my bidding. And it holds. So West only started with 5 spades, 3 diamonds, probably 4 hearts and 1 club. So Alad's pitched 2 clubs at this point. He has 2 more clubs in hand. This can't be wrong. And I think we're out of tricks. Yeah. So that was an interesting round. I can see the results on the right here. Both of those were good boards for us. 3 no trump making 5 was quite good because we got an extra trick or two. And then 4 spades down 2 was a good board. It looks like. Most people stop short of game. It's not really there. It's 10 opposite. Quite a quite a not very good 11. So sometimes your opponent's overbid. It is what it is. So here, Alad's opening. He's limited. I have 6 points. This is going to be a part score. Um, but I do want to bid my spades. It's possible we have a spade part score. If Alad has 6 hearts, we have a heart part score. He might rebid 1 no trump, and that's fine. I have to decide over 1 no trump, do I want to pass or bid 2 spades? And West jumps 2 no trump. Now, I don't know if that's the minors or if that's a strong 2 no trump. Uh, I want to ask for an explanation of the bid because that affects everything. How I defend, whether. So given that East is passing, it's a strong 2 no trump. I see no reason to bid on. Vulnerable against not against the 2 no trump. Natural 2 no trump. All right. I'm happy to play defense. So let's see. It looks like the deck's evenly divided. Alad with about 12, me with 6. East is pretty broke. But East has a good diamond suit. That diamond suit could be a source of tricks for the contract. Here, 6 of hearts is 4th best to trick 1. Rule of 11 says that declarer has 3 hearts higher than the 6. I'm not winning this trick, so I'm going to give a count card here. It can't possibly be attitude. With the queen coming out of West's hand, it could be something like ace, queen, jack, king, queen, jack, ace, king, queen. We play reverse Smith at trick 2 against no trump. And I will definitely reverse Smith in the situation, even though it might be a redundant signal. I expect West to play on diamonds for sure. The king of diamonds suggests to me that, and now the 3 of diamonds again, reverse Smith. Alad's got some kind of valuable heart holding. And I expect West to follow up with another diamond. But West is hesitating, so it could be a bit of an entry issue. Looks like an entry issue. So here, I'm going to give count on the suit by playing the 5 to show an odd number. We play upside down count. So Alad with a jack of spades is going to continue hearts. If I was in, I could have played hearts, but I didn't want to squash my partner's jack of spades because that would have developed an entry towards dummies diamonds. So Alad's ace of hearts shift suggests another touching high heart, I think. He probably led from ace king fifth. So if DeClever had the queen and a couple middle hearts, Alad might lead something else at this point. So it's a low heart. Now I have a tough choice here because I don't know if I'm going to be giving away a trick by throwing off a low card here. I don't think West has five spades, so it's probably safe to pitch the spade here. This is technically discouraging, but it doesn't matter. Okay. I think West's most likely shape at this point is five hearts, um, three spades, two diamonds, and three clubs. So I think West might have to lead away from a holding in one of their suits. So here, Alad's winning that queen of clubs. If Alad has winners, he'll win them. So we defeated Tuno Trump, and Tuno Trump generally isn't a great spot, as you can see here. You don't want to be going down when you're not risking it for a game. Though it's probably not an unreasonable contract. As you can see, diamonds would have been a better spot for them. Yeah, Tuno Trump is not a terrible spot because other people pushed to the three level. So not a terrible result for East West on that board, even though they ended up going down in the contract. So I have an opening bid if it gets around to me. I have a 15 count. It's not a fantastic 15 count, um, but I think that I'll open one diamond if it comes to me. Here, we play 16 to 18 strong no trump overcalls. I can't overcall one no trump with this club holding. So I'm going to pass and then see if I can get into the bidding later. Um, if Alad can muster up an overcall, that'll make me happy. I doubt it, but we'll see. So Alad's got this nice little jump to two spades here. That's a very aggressive. We have a very aggressive style in that position. So two spades, pretty weak. Again, I'm glad I didn't bid no trump. If I would have been stuck in no trump with East likely having three top clubs, that would have been pretty bad. My hand's actually not fantastic, but I will compete to the three spades level, just because the king and queen of hearts might be worth one trick. The ace of diamonds might be one trick. Alad might have six spades. So three spades isn't likely to make, I think, given his usual strength for two spades bids here, even though I have a really good spade suit. At match points, I'm not afraid about missing a game here. I'm more concerned about a makeable contract and getting a plus score. And I think that three spades probably going to make on the button, and three clubs also has a good chance of making. So we'll see. If East decides to bid over three spades, I could consider doubling for penalty. If East doubles for penalty, I'll be very happy. Four clubs. Okay. So given my strength in spades and hearts and clubs, I could double. I really could. But Alad likely has no defense, and I don't want to give East any clues to the hand. Having them compete to four clubs is usually victory enough. Okay, so against four clubs, I could lead a trump, but I don't think West is going to be roughing anything. The ace of spades is probably a pretty safe lead here. I don't want it getting thrown off on anything later on, and I don't want to give up a trick in the club suit. So let's see. Alad has at least five spades, so East isn't going to be roughing spades and dummy. If East tries to take heart finesses, I'm going to be very happy because I have the king queen. So the three of spades is an attitude card. Alad's encouraging spades. What I want to do is encourage a heart shift. So what I will do is play the nine of spades here. If Alad had five spades for his two spade overcall, entirely possible, I want him shifting to a heart. He knows I can't bid three spades with a crappy doubleton there. Unfortunately, if he thinks I have a doubleton spade, we could be in trouble. I think he's looking at the spots and realizing that it's probably a suit preference nine of spades and not it's my only spade. And good, he shifted to the nine of hearts. That's again an attitude shift. So I don't know his exact count in the heart suit. Here, I would play attitude if I had a relevant attitude card. The eight is technically discouraging because it's a high spot, but I have the king queen. Knocking the ace out is good enough. Alad's probably not going to gain the lead again on this hand because he's out of points. But here, I'm just going to indicate again that I have a heart holding by echoing in clubs by playing the nine and then the six. I'm hoping Alad has a holding like queen small, and then we'll have a club trick coming. I'm not supposed to take inference into his play, but I bet he has another club in hand, and I bet it's lower than the eight. Yep. So that's sort of suit preference as well. So he's encouraging the higher ranking suit, maybe telling me he's got something in spades, which I know he has. He's got all the rest of the spades. So let's count to clear tricks. Six clubs, the ace of hearts. That's seven tricks. Can we beat this by three tricks? We'll see. Um, Declare has three extra clubs, so we're not going to force Declarer into anything. If Declarer has one diamond, then Declarer has two spades and four hearts. But that's impossible, right? Or is it possible? Here, I have a choice to make. If Declare has two diamonds and two spades and three hearts, then I might be in trouble with my. I think Declare actually would bid hearts with four, so I think I'm safe to play a low diamond this time. So what's Declarer going to do here? Interesting. So here I'm going to play on spades because I know spades will force East to trump, and then hopefully East will run out of trump and I'll win something at the end. It might have been better to play my ace of diamonds first, but we'll see. East has two more trumps. So if East decides to play two more trumps, I'll throw off the spade first and then the heart. And then no matter how badly I miscounted, I'm going to take the last two tricks. So I could probably claim the last two tricks at this point. So I'll just play my king of hearts here. Yeah, and the ace of diamonds. And then one more club. So we beat it by two tricks for plus 200. And that's usually a good score. But if we had a game, it's not. Uh, just looking at the what's going on, uh, I don't think we did not have a game. Four clubs down two was good for second top. Most people are taking nine tricks and spades, as I expected. We did not need to double that. A double would have been one match point. So I'm happy with the choices I made there. Here, it's a pass. We'll see what develops. Hoping for a heart, but Alad decided to pass in third seat. Uh, he's aggressive in third seat, so or East rather probably has quite a hand. So one spade. I'm not going to bid my diamonds. It's not good enough to bid. And I'll think about what I'm going to lead against four spades here. So um, or one no trump. Alad could be on lead. We'll see what it's going to be. Okay. So again, a hand where East is showing two suits and West is asked to take preference to hearts or spades. I expect West to take preference to spades given my heart holding. In that case, I'll probably lead a spade to cut down on roughing value. But no, West raised hearts. So West seems to quite like hearts. Most people play two hearts there as non-forcing. But some people might say, well, this is a new suit. Of course, it's forcing. So again, I can't risk a double here, even though I may well have two good heart tricks. So here is another hand. I need to decide if I want to defend this actively or passively. So I could try to set up a trick in clubs, hoping my partner has the king, and then hoping we score the ace and queen of hearts later. Or I could lead a low heart from my hand, maybe cut down on roughs and spades. If my partner has stuff in spades, then maybe there's not going to be spades set up. I expect East will probably try to take heart finesses. My best line then is going to be an active club lead. Here, my five is third and low. Um, the heart lead might not have mattered. If partner has two hearts, the heart lead might have been good, a low heart from this holding. Interestingly, the diamonds in dummy could be a source of tricks. That two of clubs is encouraging. I feel good about the lead now, and I'm hoping that Declarer will try to draw trump here because I've got two natural trump tricks, and I also have some clubs. Though the clubs might immediately disappear on some spades. So I expect the king of spades to come out and a club to disappear on it. So that last trick, Alad played three of spades there. So he was echoing high-low, showing he has five. There, I think that if this gets roughed, he might be able to If I ruff, he'll discard a club. If I discard my jack of diamonds, you might get fooled into not playing on diamonds. So I'm going to discard my jack of diamonds. Now, Declarer might actually pickle herself by trumping too much. If Declarer started with one diamond and two clubs, so here I will trump, and then I'm going to see if partner is able to win this king of clubs. Probably not. No. Unfortunately, Declarer made this hand. I think I screwed up the defense. But nobody else seems to have gone down in this contract. What does Gibb say? Gibb thinks it can make 5. Well, whoever makes 5 there, hats off to you. That was a tricky one to defend. So partner with the second seat, 2 spades overcall. Second seat, you usually got a few more values. 3 diamonds here. Let's see. Do I bid 4 spades or do I make a penalty double? I have so many controls that I think 4 spades has to be right. If partner has a decent spade suit, that's 6 tricks in spades, ace, king of hearts, ace of clubs, and then maybe a diamond ruff or a slow club trick or a heart finesse, something like that. So 4 spades looks to be the right spot here, and I hope that partner had a decent 2 spades opener. Unless East decides to bid. Nope. All right. Probably a high diamond lead. That's correct. So Alad's spade suit, it's not a bad spade suit, but it's not what I was hoping for. It looks like we've got 2 diamond losers off the top, a slow club loser, and then probably a spade loser. We'd need a little bit of luck for the spades to come in for 0 losers. One other thing to note is if East has 6 diamonds to the ace king, the third round of diamonds will put Alad in a bit of a bind. Alad will be forced to trump and then won't have a chance of playing spades for 0 losers. And it looks like that is what's going to happen here. We're going to see a third round of diamonds because they know their carding. So if I were Alad, what would I do? I think here what you might want to do is, it's hard to say, but I think you might have to trump high and then try to avoid a club loser at some point. I don't know. There are holdings where it's possible. If West has Queen Jack 10 third of hearts, maybe. or king, queen, jack. So this is a tough choice. It was good defense. So here, the nine of spades might force out the king of spades. And that's pretty good because it just says, hey, that finesse was offside anyway. You were going to lose it. And I expect a club back. The two of diamonds is suit preference for pretty much anybody. Uh, so a club back is normal. West might consider playing back a spade if West is worried about Alad having an extra diamond and needing to trump it. But a club back is normal. West might be afraid of leading from a holding like King Jack and play something more passive. That would point to that kind of holding. Um, in that case, there's vague squeeze odds, but I expect to see a club back. Trust your partner signals. So Alan's probably feeling pretty good about this because he'll win the ace of spades, go ace king of hearts, ruff a heart back to hand, pull trump, and then hope against all hope that there's a squeeze. There were also chances if West jumped up with the Queen of Hearts and then the Jack fell, something like that. Here, because West has the heart length, there's no legitimate chances for a squeeze. So I expect West not to miss defend here and to hold on to the outstanding high heart. Nope. So a well-defended hand by the opposition. I think four spades is a normal contract here, but how fruitful would a double of three diamonds have been? One spade loser, two heart losers, the ace of clubs, and the diamond can actually be avoided. Uh, so some people might make three diamonds. It looks like four spades down one isn't bad so far because other people were down more or in worse things. But our opponents this round did not do too badly, I would say. So how far are we along? So this is an 18 board match. We've played 8 boards. There's 10 more to go. So far, we're doing unsustainably well, I would say. We've been handed a few gifts. We've gotten quite lucky when we've made mistakes. I would be very surprised if our score at present of what it says 83% continues. Our normal result at the Hart House Club game is around a 62% game. And while we're obviously above that pace, it's unlikely that we'll be above 70% on the night. Though the scores that we've gotten so far are good enough to make me feel pretty good about where we are going to end up at the end of the day. So a little bit of downtime here. Um, let's look at this last one. I don't think there's any way they could get another trick, but actually, now that I'm looking at it, it seems that there is a way for them to score another trick. There is a double dummy line if they can manage to. I think it's stick. Um, if they can get rid of dummies high spades, then they should be able to rough the third round of diamonds low. So I would be interested in seeing the double dummy line to get four spades down too. Um, obviously, the normal defense is ace, king of diamonds, and another diamond, but very, very interesting defense uh, to get that down too. Oh, I hope everybody's having fun working from home. If for whatever reason you're not working from home, I hope you're baking, and I hope you're doing arts and crafts. I'm trying to bake a little bit, but turns out when you work from home, you don't have as much free time as you think you do, right? You're not working from home. I hope you're baking. I hope you're doing arts and crafts. Exactly what he said. So this would be about the time that I would get myself another coffee, but with 1 minute to go in the round, I need to focus and keep up the momentum that we have. Hmm. I just got a great suggestion that if I wanted to participate in the chat, I can do so on my phone, which has the Twitch app. So I just did that. So that is awesome. Oh, speaking of awesome, what do I have here but an 18 count? Maybe not the prettiest 18th count, but that is a strong club opener. That's precision. 16 plus artificial. Now, we aren't going to end up in a slam auction here because he's a passed hand and my hand's not that great. But it's always fun to pull out the sauce. One diamond is 0 to 7 here. Anything else is a positive response showing 8 to 10 points because he would bid with over 10. He would have opened with over 10, I should say. All right, 0 to 7. And this is an automatic 1 no trump response by me, showing sort of a 16 to 19 range. This is technically the upper half of that range, even though I'm not in love with these cards. Now, Alan and I recently discussed some changes to our strong no trump response structure, and those would apply over this precision one club, one diamond, one no trump as well. So we'll see if any of them come up, but there's a good chance he just passes and I'm playing one no trump. Three clubs. I need to think about what three clubs is. So that is very, very interesting. What is three clubs? Three clubs. We play two spades is a transfer to clubs or range ask. Two no trump is diamonds. Three clubs is not to play. It's some kind of hand with a fragmentary major, and it's no, it's well, now I'm trying to remember what the three clubs bid means, and I'm realizing that it's puppet stamen here. So I don't have a. I'm going to give low information puppet. So I'm going to bid three diamonds. Three diamonds here says no five card major. Standard puppet stamen would mean that three diamonds would promise a four card major, but low information puppet stamen I think is probably superior because it conceals more of my hand when it would just mostly give the opponent's information. So Alad is likely at the top of his range. Uh, he has three hearts or spades, but he's not triple 3-4. So there's a good chance he's got maybe a five card diamond suit, uh, in which case that could be a source of tricks. So here he's got five clubs. So five club tricks, one heart trick, one spade trick. That's seven. The eight of spades is probably a fourth best lead. In which case, in any case, I will put the queen of spades in to hopefully hold the trick. After which, I need to decide if I want to run clubs, if I want to set up a diamond, or if I want to try hearts. If that's a fourth best lead, then uh, East probably has one of the jack or ten of spades. West is king, jack, 9-8, something like that. So I'll try the queen, see what happens. Hopefully this won't get covered. If it does get covered, I'm going to have to hold up a couple rounds in spades. Fortunately, it does not. So I've got two spade tricks, five club tricks, uh, one heart trick, and I just need one more. So the question is, do I try to knock out the high diamond or do I take a heart hook? And that is something that can probably wait until I run some rounds of clubs. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to start in hand and finish in dummy so that if I need to take a heart finesse, I'm there already. So we'll see what gets discarded. So West, interestingly, has a void. West led the eight of spades from that holding. West started with at least five spades then. If and then here with the five, it looks like West started with at least six spades and zero clubs. So West is the only person guarding spades, which I find very interesting. But that means that West has seven cards in, at least seven cards in, at most seven cards in the red suits. Uh, with the nine of spades there, it's looking like no. So here, don't need to be fancy about this. I'm just going to end up in dummy. East was playing some spots. I'm not necessarily going to trust that they're any kind of suit preference, but they might well have been. Standard carding from them. And no hints in the heart suit. And West still, after discarding three spades, has two more spades. So there's the first heart discard. There's the second heart discard. I am not confident in heart finesse here, but I think that there's no harm. I don't really have any hints here. I'm going to try the heart finesse because if it's on, I make it. If it's off, he could probably force his way to West's hand with that King of Hearts. So here, I am definitely not holding up around because I know that he's got the, he's out. So here, I'm going to try a diamond up. If West has a high diamond, he'll throw it in. Probably does have a high diamond, but we'll see. Oh, goody. So here I need to make a choice as to where I want to win this trick. Um, let's win the diamond and dummy. So here, um, that spade's not good. So I will just win my diamond and then give up heart. That's the jack. Yeah. So I'm happy I was in 3-0 trump, and I'm happy I made it. I think that was pretty close to the maximum tricks you can reasonably get on that deal. Um, yeah. Now I was lucky that they didn't keep pushing through on hearts, but um, that's what I get from playing the suit in the first place. They sometimes think that it's my suit and not theirs. So here is another one diamond opening bid. If you saw my two diamond bid opening earlier, then you'll know that this is the bid I was supposed to make. It's Nebulous Precision Diamond. It shows 11 to 15 points, 2 plus diamonds. Usually don't have a 5-card major for it. It's often, and includes a couple more hands. Basically, the hand that's in the no trump range that's not your no trump range. So here we play 14 to 16. So this is usually 11 to 13 balanced or a hand with diamonds. And then there's a couple weird shapes on top of that. So West strong, no trump overcall. Um, it's doubled when partner has at least 9 points. So this two clubs is natural. It's to play. I have about as bad as a 12 count you could have. I'm happy to pass two clubs when clubs are my strongest suit. So hopefully we'll get to play two clubs. Uh, People who overcall no trumps are unlikely to bid on. So this is going to be a good result for us, I think. Uh, we might not make it, but there's also a good chance they have a game given how many controls I'm missing. Something like four spades could easily be on a 4-4 fit by East West. So we'll see. So it looks like we have the minors. So very likely 5 tricks in clubs, 3 tricks in diamonds, making plus depending on the quality of the defense, uh, we might make a trick or two extra in the majors. Point right there, right? Um, it doesn't look like they have a game, given that West is balanced, probably has a couple clubs. They might have a diamond loser, a spade loser. And if they're in hearts, they'll have a heart loser. So uh, we'll do well to be in our part score making, but we might not do as well as some East Wests who end up overbidding in a 4-1 heart fit. There's very little to this deal. Um, Aled has the tempo to knock out the ace of diamonds, and technically not the top spade. Um, so I don't know if I would have claimed here, but if West in fact does have high hearts, then West probably has to lead away from that high heart. Uh, this is technically not a good place to claim. Um, it's reasonable to reject this claim. Uh, yeah, because right, you have to lose 3 tricks, Alad, to get that queen of spades, and that gives them a couple chances to put hearts through. So I would not have claimed here, and it's uh, it's a little shaky, but I'm sure Alad made the claim in good faith. And East West did well not to reject that claim. I think that it's very likely they would have accepted the claim had the cards been positioned in a certain way. So I expect a low heart from West here. But oh, the ace of spades makes it easy. A low heart from West would have put a little fear in my bones, but here, this is the rest of the tricks, right? So not too much thinking at this point. If West had Ace King of Hearts, and I wasn't counting points, but I think West couldn't have had, or West might have had Ace King of Hearts. I don't know. Then we'll see. So yeah, we uh, we took plus 130 there, which is good, but it's yeah. So with that hand, I think double of one no trump is reasonable. You can see that one no trump has five top tricks, and however, uh, it looks like you can take a sixth trick if you finesse the hearts properly. On defense, we'd get five clubs, knock out the ace of diamonds. Yeah, and if they run to two hearts, they might make that. Well, if they accepted the claim and they defended that way, I'm not going to make that comment, but I think that they might have been able to take an extra trick with perfect defense after that claim. Why was your 3 no trump worth 400 points? Because that is the score of 3 no trump making. So yeah, that's just a scoring clarification in the chat down here. Um, I yeah. Well, this is why it's good to open the bidding. When you open the bidding, you tell your partner a lot about your hand, and your partner can do a good job of placing the contract. One edge that precision has is that your openings are more narrowly defined, or most of your openings are more narrowly defined, and that allows your partner to get in and get out fast. This is a perfect example of a hand where we got in and got out fast. So as you can see, the previous round that we played was still an above average round, above 50%, but didn't end up being a great round for us relative to what we'd been doing before because four spades ended up going down. And at match points, getting a plus score on every board is a good thing. I have a really nice hand here. Um, There's a school of thought that says open four hearts, but I'm not in that school because I know that if Allad's unpassed, we don't want to miss a slam there. So I'm going to open one heart, and because I play precision, what I like to do is indicate my point count. It doesn't give anything away to my partner because he can't see my alerts, but it just seems more fair to the opponents. Um, So with West bidding spades here, we don't have a spade fit, which was one thing I was concerned about. Okay, so here's an interesting situation. We play two diamonds there as natural, and non-forcing. So I could pass two diamonds if I wanted, and 90% of the time I would pass two diamonds. But today is one of those hands I just bid four hearts. West leads the ace of spades, and I take 10 tricks. Alan's squirming here because he probably has a heart void. Uh, I understand it, but I wouldn't be such a dummy if I didn't have quite the suit. So I think he probably has a weak hand with diamonds. Okay, maybe we do play that as forcing. Yikes. Um, yikes. Shoot, I hope we didn't miss a slam. So here, I'm going to take 13 tricks, and I think we might have screwed this up. Can afford to rough high here. So yeah, this is 13 tricks. I'm just going to clarify with Alad to make sure that we know what is non-forcing and what's forcing. On this hand here, it's actually possible that if West has six spades, the ace, we can be beaten a slam by an ace of spades lead with a spade continuation. But we should be in that slam. We should be in six hearts. No, with a doubleton there, it looks like we should have been in the slam. And of course, everybody's going to lead the ace from ace king. Okay. The one saving grace is that it's very hard to bid the slam with the aces, clubs missing, the king of clubs missing, the ace of spades missing. Um, Anybody who manages to properly bid that slam, I'll be very impressed by. But I think we should have got there. So here, partner with a nebulous diamond, I'm going to reply one heart, and we're going to hopefully get a chance to take a look at our response structure here. Now, we play that if he has four hearts, he will raise in some way. He does not have four hearts. My hand here is a 12 count with five hearts. So we play two clubs here as artificial and forcing to two diamonds. So he's going to bid two diamonds, and then I am going to bid two hearts, which indicates that I have five hearts and that I'm inviting him to game. He has 11 to 13 balanced. And I expect him to make the appropriate call. Here, he's got a minimum. He's happy to pass two hearts. Hmm. If you want to see past hands in the bottom right corner, now you can. Okay, so I'm in two hearts here. Al's got a minimum, but he's got good controls. This might have been a great 3-no trump hand, but I am going to play two hearts. So I have three heart losers and maybe a spade loser. Let's pull trump. Here, I don't have any problems getting back to my hand or getting to dummy. I'll win in hand and just play a heart to the 8. Not much to the play in this one. So as I wait for West and East to squirm their way to their probable four tricks in defense of this contract, let's see, Jack of Spades here. Oh, do I let that go? Yeah, I'll let that go. I do not expect them to be roughing anything here. Here's the King of Hearts. And the ace and a heart are still outstanding. I can take care of those. I have a spade entry to my hand, so I can pull trump without having to trump anything and lowering my number of trumps in hand. I can't guess diamonds wrong now. If somebody had six spades, they would have bid spades. So I'm going to lead up to my queen here, fearlessly. And I want to be able to rough something back to my hand, so I'll just throw the spade and claim it. So hearts making three is probably not the most common contract here. I expect people will be in no trump. And given the position of some of the cards, uh, that they'll take four, five, six, seven, eight, maybe nine tricks. So there's going to be people in three no, and they're going to be making or they'll be down. People in two no who will be making or making one plus. So two hearts is probably going to be sitting in the middle. Two hearts making three going to be sitting in the middle of all of this. Nobody else has played the hand at this time, so I am going to wait for all of that to come through. You know what? Maybe I will move my face to here and make it smaller. That will conceal less of all of the nonsense going on the table. There we go. Nice, quick hands. On a spade lead, yeah, no, I don't think three no trump should make. But if somebody leads ace of hearts, king of hearts, heart, then it makes, and then you don't get many match points. That's why you lead your long suits against no trump. You know what? Given that there's 6 minutes to kill, I'm going to pour myself a beer. If you need to take a break, take a break. Next round is in 5 minutes. Ah, what beer do we have today? Well, this beer says good time on it. Does that make it a good time? Well, it's a session IPA. Sounds perfect for an evening bridge stream. Hmm. All righty. So I was looking a bit at the Twitch chat, and I realized that um, while I'm, trying to play hands and talk to the table and talk to Twitch chat, I also have to keep my eye out for beer cards. So yeah, I can't just be drinking my own beer. I've got to get some more from Alad to replace the one that I'm drinking right now. Ah. How long are these rounds? I guess the first hand was a bit of a claimer, so yeah, yeah. I guess if I guess I could have won that last one with the seven of diamonds. I'll tell that to Alid. Alid on board 11. I won trick 13 with the seven of diamonds. There. So let's see more results. Maybe they came in. So somebody bid the slam. Only one pair bid the slam. I'm not super surprised. This isn't an expert club, and there's not a lot of science that goes on. But the slam is there, and it doesn't look particularly scientifically bid at the table. It did get bid, but it's still there, right? And 510 is a pretty average result on the board naturally. And on this last one, we're seeing more results come in. It looks like eight tricks is about what people take in no trump, and nine is what you take in hearts. So I'm very, very glad Alan chose to pass me in hearts. I think he looked at his ace and his king and decided the aces and spaces implied the need to play in a suit contract rather than a no trump contract. With lots of points in intermediates, it's slightly better in no trump. So in third seat here, I tend to open a little bit light. I probably am not going to stretch with this one. So there, that's a pass. Richard and Stephen. So another strong 2-no trump from the west hand, but not an overcall this time, and a quick 3-no trump by east. And I am looking forward to giving count on this hand. Um, so here, trick one, fourth best. He's got four hearts. I have the 10 of hearts, so hopefully low card from there, but nope. Here, it's an attitude signal. I need to decide if I like hearts or not. I don't like hearts. If partner has king of fourth, I don't want him playing more hearts. So I am going to probably drop the 10 of hearts on here. I know I can afford the 10 of hearts. Now, it's not like I have a better shift in mind, maybe clubs, but club to hand looks like in preparation for a finesse. What could be going on? So we play reverse Smith trick two. That seven of clubs is a relatively high spot outstanding, but I think he probably has a singleton club. So I'm not taking any inference there. Three of diamonds is upside down count. He's got four diamonds, four hearts. I'm going to play count here. He's got four spades and one club. So he's triple 4-1. We're not going to take a lot of tricks on this deal. So he held up there. Hopefully he won't continue hearts. I did discourage hearts. I want a club back, but I think he's out. A low diamond would be my preference. But I don't know if he can read my 10 of diamonds as being the bottom of two. So he might think I have a higher spot than the jack. So he might play a diamond anyway, hoping that I return a heart. Okay, so he does have another club. That's good. I'll play the 10 here. This will force the king. And now West has to decide what to continue on. Looks like a hard up. Alid correctly did not play from his king there. So I am going to keep echoing in the heart suit. Alid will probably quickly play back another heart. but he doesn't exactly know my heart count. He hasn't seen the four, so he's probably figuring me for that extra heart. So I wouldn't be surprised if he does play a heart back. He's definitely out of clubs at this point. His other choice is a low diamond. I think he might do the low diamond. Well, the heart isn't going to give anything up. I think at this point, Alan's trying to not give anything up. Okay, he did have a third club. Okay. So that heart towards dummy was, I don't know if he could have gotten back to dummy, because I think West has the ace of hearts. It was very strange. So I have two good clubs in my hand. They don't matter at all. The Queen of Hearts, okay, so that's interesting. That's the ace. Declare started with four hearts. So Alad led from his three card suit. I throw clubs, they don't matter, and another spade, right? Yeah. So 660, 11 tricks. I feel like we could have done better there. There's always five tricks in the minors for East West, and then three tricks in spades, so that's eight. The fact that they got, three heart tricks, I guess it's inevitable, but still, it's not going to be a great board for us. So here I have at least 16 points. I haven't counted them yet, but I'm just going to open my club. We play a two-no trump opening as weak with 5-5 in the minors, so it's not, we don't play the strong two-no trump over our strong club. So let's count the points again. We've got ace, king, jack, king. That's 19, 19 balanced. If partner bids a diamond, I'm going to bid two no trump, showing 20 points. But it looks like partner has a positive response. Positive response, almost always 8 plus. And the one spade is usually a balanced type hand. So he either has a balanced hand or some kind of 4-4-1 distribution. And this will include all balanced hands 8 to 14, except for hands that are specifically 5 spades, 3-3-2. So two diamonds there clarifies his point range, which is 8 to 11, as well as the fact that he has exactly four hearts. So here, I have quite a good hand. I want to hear more about his hand. So if he has four spades, he'll bid two spades. If he has four clubs, he'll bid two no trump. If he has four diamonds, he'll bid three clubs or three diamonds. And with a pancake, three hearts plus. Now I'm hoping to hear a four-card club suit, but one can never be sure what he's going to do. Three spades. So he's gone past three hearts. So what we do is zoom at that point. So he's got four hearts, 3-3-3. He has exactly one ace. What's the best hand he could have? The ace of diamonds, the queen of clubs, the king, queen of hearts. No, three no trump is the spot. I don't need to know any more to investigate a slam here. I think he has one ace, and he does not have the king of hearts. And he has four hearts and three in the other suits. And that is correct. That is exactly what he has, and I'm glad I'm in 3-0. So the diamond lead guarantees me a diamond trick. I have almost certainly five more clubs coming. Six, seven is the ace of hearts, eight, nine is the spades. So this looks like it's going to be making three because the diamond lead attacks my weakness. Um, but we'll see. So if clubs are 5-0, I'll need to pick up the suit. So I'll just play low to the ace here. Mm-hmm. So these are all going to come down. I don't need to be in dummy again. That seven of diamonds is not winning the ninth trick, unfortunately. The seven of diamonds, of course, being the beer card. If you win the last trick of your game contract with the seven of diamonds, you get a beer. Um, Not on this hand. I am not going to mess around here. Come on, queen of spades. Nope. And you know what? A miracle could happen. It could be, nope. Making three. The queen of spades was offside. Pretty dull deal. We've got 6 minutes left in the round. Other people took more tricks. I think that's more to do with the defense they got than anything else because there's not really a way that I can actually take more than 9 tricks there on a diamond lead. Very good lead. Now, on the previous hand, other tables, uh, again, we can't really do much other than what we did. I suppose Alad could have led a low diamond, which would have been the normal lead, but he decided to lead from one of his majors, understandably, but it didn't turn out. I think maybe the diamond still would have been better because I can't have that much, but uh, East West had a lot of points for their 3-0 trump, so I was weaker than I even could have been. That's a good point, running with scissors. Uh, yes, sometimes that happens. The opponents will not really pay attention to what your bids actually mean and just sort of look at the auction and then make inferences. Uh, and that'll help you usually more often than it hurts you, but sometimes, like on this deal, it bit me in the butt. So this was a bad round for us. Um, Again, not really our fault, but we're going to take like 20% of the match points here just because of two random 3-0 trumps that really were deterministic based on system and our opponent's choices. But I don't feel too bad about it because we got gifts earlier on in the tournament or in the game, so we're still we're still doing fine, and I like to think we're leading here. Hmm. Hmm. Ooh. Looking forward to some more hands. There. That's a good one. Come on, other people miss their games, don't they? I like to think that in these trying times, we are all bridge bums. Excuse me. Here we go, another round. Looking forward to playing another hand. I've got a 10 count. I'm 5, 3, 1, 4. I've got an ace, a king, a queen, and a jack. I think that vulnerable, I'm going to open this one. It's a little bit aggressive, but why not? I've got shape, I've got points in my longer suits. It's the spade suit. I think, look, and the spots are bad, but I'm not going to get punished for it, am I? We'll see. So Alad has mostly transfer responses over this double if he wants to bet at the two level or redouble or one no trump. So we'll see what he chooses. There's a good chance he bets two clubs. But here, three diamonds is actually a fit jump, shows a good diamond suit, good spade raise. It's invitational plus. I am not a fan. I'm not a fan of his diamond suit. I have a small stiff, so I'm just going to bid three spades, and hopefully, uh, hopefully he has lots of extra values. Over three hearts, I we're not in a game force. I'm going to go three spades because I don't want to be defending, I think, with this. I wonder what Alad's choice is now, because he's already showing some stuff. Um, Against four hearts, I'm definitely leading a diamond. Hopefully we'll be able to take some tricks. Hopefully I'll get a ruff. He'll definitely be able to read this two of diamonds as a stiff. Unfortunately, dummy has the ace of spades. The good news is that we probably have a slow spade trick coming. Uh, Unfortunately, oh, good. Ace, king, jack of diamonds. Whew. So I think we're beating this. Unfortunately, we might have missed something. So I think I need to encourage spades here. Odd even first discard. Five of spades encourages spades, and I have no reason to do anything like trump or encourage a club shift when I've got king jack of spades. Okay, so that's interesting. Alad seems to have had what, seven diamond? No, six. Okay, so I'll just give standard count on here. So I want Alad to just shift to a spade, even though I have the ace of clubs, because I do have the ace of clubs, and I know that we can set up a spade trick. So here, this is, I think it's, I don't know, some kind of shift. But Alad likely does not have five spades for his bid. And hopefully he didn't have a singleton club. I wonder if Declare will be able to find the Queen of Hearts. I think Declare, holding Ace Jack, which I'm assuming, um, might try to go for the drop here, but um, maybe shouldn't, given that he knows what 10 of Alad's cards. Okay, well, with only an 8 card fit, you're in trouble. So Alad's probably going to play a spade, which I'll win with my king, and then I'll play the Queen of Hearts to draw a couple trumps. So I'm not sure there's any more to this defense, but um, yeah, I think East is going to claim. We might have missed a double here. I didn't have a very good hand at all, so I don't have a double, but maybe Ala did. No, his hand's normal for his bid. I think collecting 150 is a pretty good result there, though, especially at match points where you don't really expect a lot of games to be bid aggressively. And from the results that have come in so far, that seems to be pretty good. Besides getting doubled, it's about as well as we could have hoped, or doubling ourselves. So what am I in? Fourth seat with three spades. Nope. I've got a pass here, and probably end up playing defense. Let's see if Alad has a yes. His classic. He's passed. I've passed. He's going to make a junk bid. So that's his junk bid. It's two spades. He's got at least five. He wants a spade lead. This is a very disruptive bid. I like it. Now I have well-positioned diamonds. My hearts aren't well-positioned. That's three hearts. I'm going to go three spades here. I think it puts more pressure on them. West is concerned because West is a passed hand. Doesn't know probably if East's three hearts is a competitive raise or an invitational raise, and so is probably in that 9-8 point hand range where you don't know if you're supposed to bid on. But we got to three spades undoubled. I think three hearts is probably making, so I'm very happy to be undoubled in a part score here. Alad's not going to make this. He's going to be down, I'd say at least two, but you got to play him out. So Alad has actually six spades, which is nice. It's his normal suit quality, but I've got the fillers. So we've got a couple spade losers coming. We have a couple club losers coming. The diamond's probably onside, and the heart loser is also unavoidable at this point. The good news is that he can probably get away with trumping a heart loser without uh, sacrificing anything else in the hand. Hearts are bid and raised, so he doesn't have to worry about anybody over trumping hearts as he plays them from his hand, hoping to trump one and dummy. He does have to worry about ace, king, and a spade, but that's avoidable if A, they miss it, or B, spades are 2-2. And I don't think spades are 2-2 here. So this is interesting. Alad seems to be probably going for the deep finesse, trying to make it, trying to pitch clubs. This Jack of Diamonds tells me that the King Jack is on side, and indeed it is. If Alad could get back to his hand to rerun that finesse, he would. But the smart Jack of Diamonds cover is preventing that from happening. So Alad's probably still not going to make it, but because the opponents have 5 tricks to cash. If he could get back to his hand, he would be making it. But unfortunately, that's not the case. So I wonder if he's going to be sneaky here, but there's no way to sneak this one by. Um, the 9 of Hearts, I think, is a winner at this point. Not that it matters. East is going to play a club, and we'll lose 2 more club tricks with another high spade to follow. Not fooling anyone, Alad. Tough. On the other hand, I think their heart score was probably making with no spade losers. Um, maybe 1 club loser, maybe 2 diamond losers and a heart loser. I'm not sure. But as the saying goes, down 1 is good bridge. So I like to think we imitated good bridge for a hand here. So down 1, there's no way he can make it. And I think best defense, yeah, best defense is down 1. However, minus 50 is not that bad. Other people are down more or letting them bid and make hearts. If I look at the double dummy result for hearts, it looks like the heart contract actually is cold for 3 against perfect defense, and very likely to make 4 as well. Uh, of course, you do need to place a few cards, but it's there. But yeah, this is why you compete. It's to don't let them play cheap part scores. Get get to the 3 level, find your fit if they have a fit. Hope that they pass. Go down 1. Down 1's usually fine. Um, and that's how we play, right? So it usually ends up working for us. So at the beginning of the day, I said that this 83% game we were having couldn't continue, and that's right. We're down to what, a 66% game, which is in the ballpark of what we normally get. So everything's pretty much normalized out. This is still probably, if not a winning game, close enough to be winning. And I'm satisfied with how I've played today so far. I don't think I've made any major blunders, except maybe missing that slam where one other pair bit it. There should be 1 more round to go. I'm going to try not to take any dumb risks that round, but sometimes I just can't help myself. Actually, if Alad had led the queen of spades off of dummy, he probably would have gotten a cover. Um, yeah, that could have been sneaky, really sneaky. But you can't say what'll work until you see the double dummy result. So, or until you see the opponent's hands. No guarantees. Anything else come in yet? Yeah, a lot of heart part scores by East West. Somebody down in three hearts. It's not impossible to go down here, but uh, it shouldn't be down. Oh wow, it looks like it plays better from east than it does from west. From east, it makes two on the low club lead. From west, um, a diamond or a club beats it. Yeah, you can take the ace and the queen of diamonds, get a ruff, and then you're going to get the ace of hearts. You're going to get a club, and that'll beat the contract. So it might have been better to defend three hearts. Who knows? I don't know what Alad would have led against three hearts though. I think the nine of diamonds isn't his most likely lead there. He doesn't know that I have values. He doesn't know that I have anything in diamonds because I hadn't bid to that point. I could have had basically 0 points. Um, he probably just would have led a trump or maybe a low spade, and it would have been nine tricks. Oh, we've got one more round to go, two more hands. I'm excited to keep it going. I think we're probably going to win unless we really blow it in these last two hands. We'll see who the opponents are. Um, and yeah, we'll see. All right, here we go. All right, so we got Imtiaz West, and I'm not so sure who Phase Moon is. Um, Imtiaz is a pretty good player, so and I think he plays with good people. So here we just play two hearts as a regular normal raise. We don't go through Wonder Trump here. Um, and Alad's going to pass two hearts with most hands. We play one heart as 10 to 15 there, but if he's got towards the top of his range, something extra, he'll bid it. So yeah, you can see West bidding because it's the right thing to do over two of a major. You want to prevent your opponents from getting to their spot. Now, I do happen to have five spades with the Queen Jack, so if they end up in a spade fit, um, we might be able to punish them. Alan's thinking about what to do here. We haven't really discussed uh, bidding over the double in this situation. What's a game try or what's competitive, things like that. I don't really have anything that would accept a game try. I've got a fairly weak 8 count, and I'm happy to play defense. Maybe I should have doubled there because I think Alad is going to compete here, um, and because he is the most one spade. I If he doubles, that shows two spades exactly. That's one of our agreements. But here he's bidding three clubs. I suspect that the three clubs there is from a 5-5 hand, but I still prefer hearts to clubs, so I'm going to go three hearts, and that's good for me. If they compete to three spades, I'll be happy to double it, but I don't think they will. So Alid is playing three hearts. He's not going to be happy with the dummy, but he's going to try his best. I think the opponents have a 9 card diamond fit or an 8 card diamond fit. They found their diamond lead, which is great for them. Um, Alid doesn't have a great hand. Certainly, it doesn't fit well with mine. He's going to be down a couple. It would have been much better to defend two spades. Um, However, had I doubled two spades, they probably would have escaped to three diamonds, which plays much better and still is probably down. This isn't going to be a great board for us, unfortunately. So decent players tend not to underlead aces against suit contracts. So that king of diamonds was guaranteed to lose. But you want to play it anyway just to get that ace out of there. Um, and now, in terms of losers, he's going to lose another diamond. He's going to lose another spade. Depending on the order the opponents play the cards, we may or may not lose a bunch of club tricks. I'd expect that West has most of the values in the clubs, given that East bid spades, not clubs or diamonds. So the finesse is probably on. So this is an interesting shift. He's trying to cut down on roughs in dummy. As it turns out, uh, I don't think roughs in dummy is going to be how Alad avoids his losers. It's going to be on the Queen Jack of Spades, which are probably going to cash in a suit that's almost certainly divided 4-3. So it looks like the hearts were also 3-2, which helps. So here, Al is going to shift to the King of Spades because he wants to be able to discard his club losers, his diamond losers on the spades. Once the Ace of Spades wins, and it looks like West has the Ace of Spades, uh, West is probably not holding a third heart because West doubled. So West is going to shift to something like another diamond, and then I expect East to play another heart. The King of Clubs shift is interesting. I don't think it helps here. Alad is going to win the ace, cross to the Queen of Hearts, because I don't think he's planning on trumping a diamond at this point. Cash is two spades pitching diamonds, and then try running the 9 of clubs. That's, I think, his most likely line. Um, but instead, he's playing a diamond here. That's interesting. Uh, I think it might have actually turned out. So we're getting the Jack of Clubs here. I don't know where the 10 is at this point. I think for a King of Clubs shift from West, East must have the 10. But here, Alad's going to win the Queen of Hearts. He's going to play 2 rounds of spades, pitching the clubs, which are certainly cashing. Um, and I think, in fact, we also know that that fourth spade is with East because East did bid 2 spades and East didn't bid a minor, and East only had 3 hearts. I still think that 9 of spades is in East's hand. I think it's safer to rough a spade back than a club back. So that's what I would do if I was Alad. But you know what? I don't. I'm not playing the hand, so we'll see what he decides. And this is the key decision in the hand. And Ala did well. If West had a spade, it would have been played by now. So it was is well judged to rough the spade back rather than the club. Alad's going to play the ace of hearts, drawing the last trump, and then win the four of hearts. I might have played it differently than Alad, but I think it made well played by Alad. It's actually interesting that West had that third heart there. Um, I would have thought West would have played that heart had he held it, but guess not. I don't understand that. Okay, so I have a pass, so I'll pass, and this is the last hand of the night. We shall see what's up. At three hearts making, there's going to be an excellent score. Uh, yeah, 140 is very good there. Somebody managed to make 10 tricks, but I think eight is normal. Um, as you can see, three hearts is down on 12 out of 13 cards on lead. So there you go. So we have a preemptive three clubs by West, a strong overcall of three diamonds by Alad, and I'm in an interesting position where I'm a passed hand. So he knows I don't have much. I have two card diamond support. I don't have club stopped. I think my hand's worth a bit here. I'm going to go three spades, and if Alad has three spades, he'll raise me. He might go four diamonds, which I know would just be to play. He might go 3-no with club stopped. Um, East is passing, West is preempting, so they don't have a lot of values. He's going 3-no. I'm accepting that. Do I go four hearts here? No. Alad probably has six diamonds. So that might be six tricks there, and we might be playing in a 4-3 fit. So I'm going to let Alad play the last hand. And I hope we're not too high. Yeah, you can see more results come in there. So here we go. So Alad obviously has his bid for three diamonds. Unfortunately, it looks like 3-no trump is shaky. West has what looks like, given the eight of clubs lead, the king, queen, jack, 10 of clubs. Uh, but the heart shift is telling me that West doesn't actually have an outside card. So that brightens prospects. If I was Allen, I would assume the ace of spades is on side. I would assume the king of diamonds is on side. So I would probably start by winning that ace of hearts and then leading a diamond up to the queen, which I would expect to hold. Now, the queen would work if uh, diamonds are 3-2. The jumpy king suggests that they probably are 3-2. And that East also has the jack of diamonds. So interestingly, East had the king of clubs as well. West is not happy with East because East had the king of clubs and West shifted away from clubs. Um, Probably because West thought there was no future in the suit because, yeah. So Alad's going to win his ace here. Uh, and now he needs to decide how he wants to untangle the red suits. So one choice is to, and I think winning the ace of clubs here is probably fine. You can, if he holds up, then what East might be able to do is set up a couple spade tricks, and you don't want that. So I think you have to win the ace of clubs and assume that East also has the ace of spades, which explains why West shifted away from clubs. East looks like he led the eight of clubs from king eight, which is very strange, but it is what it is. So if I was in Alad's place, I'd win the ace of clubs, cross the queen of diamonds, expecting a 3-2 break, cross back to the king of hearts, cash the ace of diamonds, hoping again diamonds are 3-2, run the diamonds, lead up to the king of spades, hope to score the queen of hearts at the end. Here Alad's holding up, and it seems to be correct because Clubs were 5-3, even though West opened three clubs. The King 9-8 of clubs were in East's hand, and West must have thought that the 8 was a high spot from a doubleton rather than a uh, rather than uh, third from King third. So West showing out on this diamond indicates that East has a natural diamond trick coming, and that's worrisome. It means that we might not make this one. So we got four tricks so far. The Ace of Diamonds is 5. The Queen of Hearts is 6. The King of Spades is 7. Um, but that might be the limit on the hand. West with 5 clubs and 1 diamond has 7 cards in the major suits. And that probably includes a couple cards in spades. And given the heart shift, probably indicates to me that West holds 4 hearts. So here, you might do best in assuming that West has 3 spades. But again, I don't really know. Alad's in trouble. East is unlikely to cover with the Jack holding the ace as well. I think West probably has the ace of spades, but West also probably has lower spades too. This hand has confused me a great deal. People have done very strange things, and unfortunately, it's going to result in us going down 3. Yikes. Not a good board. Not a good board at all. If it's any consolation, 3 no trump is a fairly doomed result, no matter what. But different lines could have resulted in different things. As you can see, the 3 clubs opening bid by West really did a lot of damage to us. Normally, we'd end up in a diamond part score, but the very tactical bid really hurt us, and we got a bottom. So hats off to West. It was a very good bid, and he killed us. So um, these tables don't have kibitzers, so we have to sort of wait for the round to end before we can see what the final results were. But if we look at just the last 2 boards, board 17 was an 85 percenter, and board 18 was a 0 percenter. So our percentage is going to drop to probably something like a 64. And you know what? That's what we normally get. So overall, it was pretty much a normal night at the office for us. We got some gifts. We got a little bit of good luck. We got a little bit of bad luck. And overall, um, we didn't play too badly. We did miss that one slam. There were a couple times that we could have played a different card on defense that might have changed a thing or two. But overall, most of the swings happened with system differences and our opponents choosing to do different things than us. On a hand or two, we competed a little higher than we should have as well. Um, but if there's anything that this series of hands taught you, it's that putting pressure on the opponents is really key. Yeah, hats off to that 3 clubs preempt by West. It really pickled us, and I'm glad that we got to see some tactical bidding deployed against us, because bridge isn't just fun when you win, it's fun when you see winning actions taken. And that's why I enjoy the game so much. You learn a lot more from other people than you learn from yourself. Let's see. One table left. And yeah, I'm crossing my fingers. I want to see if we ended up pulling this one out. It's over. It looks like my math was wrong. We seem to have ended with a 67% game, which ended up being good for first in the direction, but second overall. I think that you're only playing against the one direction, so really it's still first place. But when somebody scores a 73% game, you just have to tip your hat to them. They played a great game. They got more gifts than you. They did some smart things. They did fewer dumb things. So overall, I was happy with the game we played, and I expected the result that we got. And I hope that if you managed to listen to this for the past 2.5 hours, you might have learned something about how I think through hands, about the approaches that I take when playing cards. And anyway, I'm going to sign off now. Uh, I hope you all had a good time, and I'll be back streaming next week. I'll be streaming the Hart House game again, and we'll see if anything different comes as a result. But until then, uh, keep your cards close to your chest and double everything.